Okay, we're going to quickly cover how to make a text editor. You want to start a new project. File, or you can just click here new project. Alright, for coding GUI applications, not console applications, you always want to choose Windows Forms application, the simplest form of C#. Here you just make a name for the project, code editor 2. You can just name that whatever you want, either way. See, I even named it wrong, co-editor. Okay, we have a project. So we first want to expand the screen roughly to the size we want it to open to. First thing, we want to add a menu strip. Add a menu strip, click on this little play button up here, click on it, insert standard items. We don't need the help one, so we click on it, delete, click on that, delete. Now we need a tool strip. Tool strip, we do the same thing for that, insert standard items. Okay, we don't need that. Or we'll keep that little divider for now. Then we need a rich text box. The reason we add a rich text box and instead of a normal text box is because a normal text box can't see some symbols. Like if we're coding and we're editing code files, there's going to be some symbols that a normal text box can't support. That's why we use rich text box. Anyway, we dock this in the parent, which means basically full size it. I'm just going to change the color of it because I like a darker sort of theme. That changes, the back color changes the background color. The fore color is the color of the writing. Control, you can even click on this and change it to whatever you want. I just type in control because I already know the names of them. Control. Okay, same for this. Do back color. For this, same. You'll notice here with this object, there is no it doesn't say full color. You actually have to click on that button and that button, and then full color will appear. Control is white, by the way. So now you got white. You can also change this menu. You just click on the menu, click each button, and you can go back color, same 30, 30, 30. Full color, control. I'm gonna delete these dividers. I don't like them. We don't need the save. We don't really need the save tool strip menu item because we're more doing save as. You'll learn how to implement save probably a bit later. Change your back color. I'm going to keep this as short as possible as well, so more time for learning, less time for messing around. Very easy to program in C#. Okay, and this thing over here, that's called a grip. So if you want to hide the grip, you just click on the object and scroll up. There should be here, grip style, hidden. Now we've got rid of that grip. So now we have the basic form, the basic layout that we want the application to look. So when we turn on the application, this is how it's going to show. It's quite accurate how they have it on there, but yeah, as you noticed, besides the square, this white bar here, you can get rid of it. You just need to render the tool strip. I'll get into that later. You don't need to know about that now. You just need a working text editor. So yeah, we got the basic concept of it. Now let's start adding buttons. We're gonna add 3 more buttons here. Don't worry about that. It's just a bug that I have. We're gonna add 3 more buttons. One's gonna be an undo, redo, and select all. We'll name this one undo, and we'll call this, we'll name it the undo button. Undo button. This one, redo, and we'll call it redo button. Last one, we're going to name this select all. The reason we changed the tool strip text is because I'll show you in a second. Okay, when we start the application, there's a thing called a hover event. When you hover over something, it usually does something. Like here, it does nothing here, but if you go here, see how it says select all? Here, redo, here, undo, here, paste, blah blah, and so on. That's why we changed that. Okay, we've got basically everything we need. So now let's get to it. We'll start off with this new. You double click on it, it should take you to this. First things first, we'll add what we're using. We're going to be using system input and output, which basically means the system, the program can read files and write files. Without that, you won't be able to do nothing. Okay, so we got the new tool strip button. So what we're going to do is rich text box 1 dot clear. Basically for the rich text box to basically make a new file, you just want to clear it. Okay, we'll do open now. To open the rich text box, I'm going to use code from my other text editor because I can't be bothered writing it. But we'll go documents, just go Visual Studio, projects, code editor, and form 1. That's the exact same file we're dealing with but from the last project. Okay, that's what we want, an open file dialog. Okay, that's it. Okay, basically what this does is you create an open file dialog. You can change the title, but you have to put in quotes. So whatever you want to say, like my open file dialog. So when it opens up the title, like up here where it says co-editor 2, that'll just be replaced with my open file dialog. This here checks if the open file dialog, the result was okay. So the file you selected exists or it's not being used by another program, etc. This line clears the rich text box before loading it, so we only read that file. And this actually reads it. This basically is where you want to read it to. So we want to read it to the rich text box 1, which is this right here. And don't worry about that, you won't need to know what that does for now. Okay, next one. Save, we'll do save. Save is basically the same thing, but with save file dialog. And instead of the inputting to the rich text box, we're going to output from the rich text box. So I'll explain that now. Copy this. Okay. Okay, this line makes a new save file dialog. It's the same thing, setting the title. This checks if the save file is okay, like same thing, it's not being used within the program, you have read and write permissions, etc. This just sets the text output, so yeah, we want to save it. We want to save the text output to the save file name. The text output we're setting to the rich text box 1 text, and don't worry about that line. Okay, so that's done. Now print, we're going to delete print because it's useless at the moment. Cut. This is easy, rich text box 1 dot cut. Add the closing brackets and semicolon to end it. Copy, same thing. Rich text box 1 dot copy, closing brackets, semicolon. same with paste, which text box 1, paste, semicolons, closing brackets, semicolon. Okay, this is the undo one, so we're going to do the same thing with this, which text box 1, undo, brackets, semicolon. This one's redo, so which text box 1, redo, semicolons, brackets, semicolons. Same with select all, last one. Which text box 1, select all, brackets, semicolon. Okay, so we're done for the tool strip. This is basically the functioning program. Now to make these work, we want to double click on new, and we actually want to call another object. So if you're going to update it, say you want to add a different cut feature, like you cut it and some other thing, for example, instead of having a, we could do what we done up here, like rich text box 1 dot clear, but just to make it more simple, so in case you have to edit, you don't have to edit both of these. We're gonna do new tool strip button dot perform click. So we're basically telling this button to click on. We're basically telling that button to click on this. It just makes it a lot easier. Okay, we'll do the same for open. Open tool strip menu, tool strip button dot perform click. Same for save as. Make sure you button. Hold on a second. Save tool strip menu button. That one. Make sure you put the correct name, so you don't actually click on clicking this button, because you get inconvenience and your program will crash. Print, we're gonna delete that. Print preview, that can fuck off as well. Exit. You always leave exit up here because you don't really need it. And in case you do need it, in case someone does click on it, all you have to do is application.exit. I'm telling that that'll close the application. This one, same thing. Which text box one? Undo button. Click. Redo button. Perform click. Tool strip button. Perform click. Copy tool strip button. Perform click. Paste. Select all tool strip button. Perform click. Okay, that's the basic concept of the program done. At the moment we'll have a fully functioning program. To change these, you just have to click on the button, scroll up to here where the image is. You click that little button here. You can put project resource files. I'll get into that another time, but for now we're just going to import. I suggest you store your files in one place. And for the undo button, you're obviously not going to choose this image, but this is just an example. Okay, and that's a button. That's a button picture. There should be inbuilt buttons or something. I'm not too sure about that. Or maybe not. But yeah, just go and download a button or make one in Photoshop or whatever program you use. But yeah, you can save you can start the program, run it. If you want to access the file, the actual executable itself, all you have to do is you go to Documents, Visual Studio 2015, Projects, and the project name here, obviously. We called it co-editor 2. So we click on the folder, you go to the bin folder, you go, because we're in debug mode up here, you double click on debug, and that is your program there. You don't need those other files in there unless you use extensions and other libraries, so we can move it to wherever we want. Double click on it and it'll run. One more thing, to change the program logo, you can change this logo, which is the this logo up here, the title logo next to the title bar where it says form 1. You just click here, and yeah, you just choose an icon file. You can change the name, the title of the form. Just go up to, where is it, text, and you type it, code editor, and we have the code thing. I just actually changed the icon. The icon I'm talking about is, that is 1 second. This icon down here. You actually have to go to project. You go to code editor 2 properties, or whatever your program name property is, and you change the icon from within here. And you choose an icon. Then you can close this or whatever. But that is the basic concept of how to make a text editor. Okay, and we don't need this anymore, and we are done.